For 2025, the Nissan Murano is entirely refreshed and comes with a standard 2-liter variable compression ratio turbocharged motor and a 9-speed automatic transmission. So what sort of fuel economy can you expect here in the real world cruising on the highway? Tonight we're going to find out. Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor, and today we've got the real-world highway fuel economy test on the 2025 Nissan Murano. In this test, I'm going to head out on the highway and do 50 miles out and 50 miles back, averaging 70 miles per hour, to get a realistic fuel economy number for this mid-sized compact crossover. Before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. Yes, entirely new for 2025, the Nissan Murano. A good car in this segment, but badly needing a refresh, so I'm glad to see it here. Also glad to see a conventional 9-speed automatic, but I haven't yet made up my mind on this VC turbo motor. I was never really a fan of it in the Altima or the QX50, but those weren't rocking a 9-speed, and this one is. So if you do want to see more of my thoughts on the car, check the link below. We've got a full dedicated breakdown of the Bose sound system, as well as a full week-long pros and cons review. So why do we do this test? Well, the EPA's highway fuel economy test, which gives this Murano 27 miles per gallon, that test only averages 48 miles per hour. We know there are plenty of people who use their vehicles for longer highway trips and would like to know what sort of numbers you can realistically expect here in the real world. So in order to test that out, I'm going to head over to the gas station at night when there's less traffic. I'm going to fill up, go out and do 100 miles, come back and fill up at the same pump using the same 3-click fueling method and get a result. Now, a few things to note for tonight. Outside temperature should be in the mid-50s. We'll be along the coast there. The tire pressures will be set to their door placard 35 psi cold. And I'm going to run the interior climate control at 73 degrees auto. So, without any further ado, let's head to the gas station. We are all fueled up, put in just over 2 gallons of regular gasoline. We've got the car on, but the motor's still off, so we're going to reset our trip computer. We've got our GPS reset, climate control, let's get that going, 73 auto, and we're ready to begin. Now we do have 3 different drive modes here in the Murano. We've got Eco, Normal, and Sport. We're going to do this test in Eco. We're going to take it nice and easy over to the highway. It's about half a mile away, and pick up the test from there. Now the goal of this test isn't to hypermile. We're not trying to get the best possible fuel economy for this car, but rather a realistic figure. In order to do that, we're going to get up to highway speeds here at a reasonable pace and set our cruise control at a GPS indicated 71 miles per hour. And that should allow us to average 70 over the whole test. Looks like the car's speedometer is reading about 1 mile per hour high compared to our GPS, so 72 is where we're going to settle in. Initial highway impressions. Pretty quiet in here. I do love the seats in the Murano as well. It's one of the first things I noticed when I got in is the seat back is just so unique and comfortable. So I'm really looking forward to spending the next hour and a half behind the wheel. Other than that, I think we're about ready to do this test. So I'm going to continue on and catch up with you at the end. And I'm going to test out the Bose sound system with some members-only tracks. In the meantime, enjoy this time-lapse of the entire trip. Coming into the end of the highway fuel economy test here in the Nissan Murano. like I predicted, it's a fine enough place to be for a highway trip. Nice comfortable seats, good lumbar support, automatic rain sensing wipers here, squishy enough elbows around. I will say the steering wheel doesn't get quite low enough for my preference. I find myself kind of propping it up. Oh, let's keep going. Why are you slowing down 4 or 5 miles per hour for this corner? Calm down. I want to keep my speed up. I find myself having to kind of bring my knee back and give my hand somewhere to rest in order to hold on to the wheel. But it's not uncomfortable. It's just not exactly my preferred ergonomics. What else we got going on here? Bose sound system is all right. If you want to see more on that, check the link below. Road noise seems good though. It seems fairly quiet in here, all things considered. Fuel economy, we're looking at 27.5 MPG at the moment. If that is to be believed, we are slightly above EPA. Now, given the size of this vehicle, I don't think that's a fantastic number, and I also don't think it's a bad number. I think we're comfortably in between. Given the whole variable compression ratio technology, is it really worth all of that development and complexity? I don't know. I mean, you'd think we'd be getting some crazy good numbers with that tech, but it just simply is. Taking a look at our tack shot here, just a hair under 2,000 RPM, maybe about 1,900, cruising at 71 miles per hour. Yeah, I don't know. It's a very competent highway cruiser, if perhaps a little bit of a, not a floaty ride, but a little bit oversprung, a little bit bouncy over a lot of bumps. Underdamped, I guess would be the better way to put it. So it looks like we're catching a little bit of rain right here at the end. We're going to get this to the gas station, fill it up, and catch up with you in the morning with our final numbers. We are back and filled up. Last night when we were at the pump, we ended up putting in a total of 3.686 gallons back into the Murano after traveling 100.3 miles. Divided by 3.686. Is that what we got? Yeah, 686. Right on the money with both EPA and the vehicle's readout. 27.2, giving us a total of 27 miles per gallon, cruising at 70 miles per hour here in the Murano Platinum. Now, I did a little research before this and kind of came in with, all right, what were some of our other numbers recently? The Honda Passport with the Trail Sport model, so the all-terrain tires, got 25 miles per gallon when we tested it back in Michigan in our similar testing. And then the Hyundai Santa Fe XRT that we recently tested on this exact same route got 28 MPG. So theoretically speaking, if you had a Santa Fe or a Passport with the all-season tires, more standard tires, you'd be seeing an extra mile per gallon or so bump there. So 27 miles per gallon, like I said, it's fine, but it's not really impressive given that this is only a 2-row. It's fairly sleek. It's entirely redesigned and fresh, and we've got this variable compression ratio turbocharged motor. It simply is. It's very straightforward and simple. We've got an 18.7 gallon fuel tank in here, so 27 miles per gallon times 18.7. It's giving you a healthy, effective highway cruising range of 500 miles here in the new Nissan Murano. So like I said, this is a nice place to be on the highways. Comfortable seats, good layout, good driving assistance and head-up display and everything, but I would like to see a little bit more impressive numbers, especially if we're not going to have any sort of hybridized powertrain in here or anything like that. And if we're getting a 2-liter turbo as opposed to something like a nice V6, yeah, 27, nothing really to write home about. It's possible that the models with the smaller wheels might do slightly better also. So thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more on the Nissan Murano, check the link below, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.